Well, persistence has something to do with, the aspect of going. You keep going regardless of the opposition, regardless of the force that may be against you. You keep pressing on and just keep going in the midst of the challenges. And friends, it's important to realize that challenges are part of life and they will always be there, but we have to keep going. And the first aspect I would like us to remember is that persistence has something to do with commitment. It shows your level of commitment to a given cause. And in this world that has people who are not committed to anything, it is good to be committed to the cause of God. And this is what we see in Nehemiah chapter 6. You realize that Nehemiah has given his time, his energy, his resources to a given cause. And this particular cause is the construction of the wall around Jerusalem. And you know what? Some people come and they discourage him. We see these individuals in the names of Tobiah, Sanballat, and Geshem. They are there and they are discouraging Nehemiah from his God-given divine mandate. They are discouraging him and saying, you can't do that. You can't continue. You would imagine that people will celebrate him. You know what? I have some bad news for you. You are so good and you are so well put together, and you feel like many people should be celebrating you. I have some bad news. Yes, you have people who celebrate you, but your critics are more than those who celebrate you. That's the bad news. As a matter of fact, if you are not getting into some opposition, you should probably doubt what you are doing. You might just be walking with the devil in the same direction if you are not having head-on collision with him. Look at his critics as they talk to him and they say, this is verse 2, Sanballat, Geshem sent me this message. Come, let us meet together in one of the villages on the plains of Ono. But they were scheming to harm me. So I sent messengers to them with this reply. I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. I am committed to a given cause, and you are not going to distract me from it. And friends, we need to be committed to a God-given cause. And when you are where God wants you to be, doing what God wants you to be doing it the way God wants you to be doing it, let no Sanballat, let no Tobiah, let no Geshem come and discourage you. Keep going. Press on. Be persistent in your God-given goal. Secondly, let me mention that, persistence is commendable. It is something that is to be admired. It is something that brings results. It is something that bears fruit. Look at the fruit that, the persistence of Nehemiah bears. Verse 15. So, the wall was completed on the 25th of Elul in 52 days. The wall was down, the stones were in rubble, it was messy, but you know what? The discouragers were there, they are trying to discourage him and pull him down. The guy persists. He keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps going. They plan to attack him. He says, hey, guys, we shall build with one hand, and in the other hand, we shall be holding our, arms in case these guys attack. And they keep going. They persist and they keep going. And it's just commendable when you persist and keep going, and you complete a given task. Lastly, I want to mention this, that persistence is confounding, especially to those who oppose you, to your critics, those who said, you can't do it. Who do you think you are? Nobody has ever done ministry that way. But you know what? Keep doing, and when you succeed, when the Lord gives you success, the way he granted success to Nehemiah, the same people will be confounded. Look at the same critics in verse, 16. When all our enemies heard about this, all the surrounding nations were afraid and lost their self-confidence because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. I like that part. You know what? When God has given you a God-given assignment, His help is there with you. That's why you need to persist. And I put it to us that with God's help, we will make it. With God's help, we will do it. With God's help, we will do what He has asked us to do. And we shall finish it and finish it successfully. Not just finishing it. So I challenge you, friend, if you're feeling like giving up, I just want to tell you, don't you give up, because you have a long way to go. And God's help is there to help you to accomplish what God has given you to accomplish.